my certifications that I have nationally and in the state did not change my pay. Nope. I was still getting paid as if I worked at McDonald's. Yep. But I did have nice benefits. So, yay! Yay for that. Hey guys, we have a very important guest on our show today. Meet Bill. Say hi, Bill. Bill's looking so handsome today. All right, now, the reason, Bill, I left my job was multiple reasons, actually. So not only did I find out that I was one of the lowest paid, I was working for a magnet hospital, one of the top in the nation, and I found I was one of the lowest paid. Someone happened to leave their paycheck, and then I found out through word of mouth, and so happened to bring it up to management. Then looking online recently, I realized I was way below the median of what someone is to make. I was way below the poverty line, even though I was working full time, worked in multiple departments at once. So I was basically like a patient liaison. I worked in gastroenterology, radiology, mammography, nuclear medicine, nuke card, cardiology, and surgery. And they wanted the hospital to have something called one call resolution, where you can speak to someone and get everything done in one call. But asked me, did my pay increase after being trained in all these different departments, understanding the triaging, understanding all of the rationale, my certifications that I have nationally and in the state did not change my pay. Nope. I was still getting paid as if I worked at McDonald's. Yep. But I did have nice benefits. So, yay! Yay for that. And the poverty that comes along with it. But no, I'm just kidding. Not the poverty. So basically, in short, I did enjoy my department. I did like the people that I work with, but it was challenging seeing a lot of the nepotism that will end up being a harm to different cultures and backgrounds that we're trying to get in the hospital. I was transferred to a hospital that our hospital had just bought out. I forgot that in that region, in that county, they're known for not having cultural sensitivity. Also, they're known for not having different cultures. So I was one of the few, if not the only. I didn't meet anybody in my region, in my department, that was any person of color at all, or even whether it been Black, Hispanic, or even Asian. So even it was just very different to go from being in a department that was diverse, known for diversity. I didn't have any issues in that way, to receiving a lot of microaggression and micro racism, as well as direct racism. And so I was already praying to God about me leaving my job, because I wanted to make sure that I was being spiritual and I wasn't moving off of emotion and things like that. If I was moving off emotion, I would have left a year before that, but I stayed because I wanted to leave in a wise way. I didn't want to leave and then rush out and go into struggle or something like that. And I actually asked for advice and wisdom from other entrepreneurs that have already been living free, being their own boss, being their own master, outside of their master being Jesus Christ. So with that being said, I saved up about 3 months worth of income. I had already been building up my clientele in graphic design, and one day I just said a prayer and I was like, Lord, knock these lights out. if it's time for me to go. Now, I'm not a person that normally look for signs. I don't do that. But on this day, I'm kind of like playful, joking. I'm like, man, Lord, no, I'm just kidding. Don't lock my lights out. Don't turn them off. Because I knew I had only paid half the bill, and I shouldn't have did that, okay? So I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. I only pay half. I'm just kidding. I said that in my prayer. So in short, a tornado hit my neighborhood and knocked the lights out all day long. And I remember that before I left, I had prayed, like, what's my purpose here? Why was I here? What am I getting, and what was I supposed to give? And I need to make sure that assignment has been completed with my life, because I like to live and move in purpose. So there was a question that was asked on how we can help people to grow in the hospital that are different cultures and backgrounds. And my answer, and I did not want to answer, but I felt this unction that was very heavy in my heart to answer. And my answer was, you can start hiring them. Because I was in a hospital and I'm the only person of color, the only one. And so what we determined in that meeting was that going forward, we would hire people. In the hiring process, we would no longer look at names. Now, there's still some room for some fishy business, but it's a start. So we started not looking at the names, only looking at the actual resume to determine who is best suited. So you can't judge a Maria Soto from a LaQuisha Turner, from a Karen Smith. You'll actually be hiring someone based on their experience, based on their education. And so that was complete the Thursday before I left. I ended up leaving on a Monday or Tuesday. And then those lights was knocked out, and I was like, that's it. That's time. So I reached out to our human resources department. I said, hey, what's the process? Do I need to put in 30 days notice? I want to leave in good standing. And I'm at will state, so they can fire you at will, okay? And so she was like, well, just like we can fire you at will, you can leave at will. We don't need any notice. I didn't have any write-ups. I didn't have any of that, and I ended up leaving. Now, there was some of this that I did leave out, and that was the part of the experience I had. And at some point, I'm going to share that experience and the details to that experience because it was my first time receiving the aggression of racism being pushed upon me by leadership and management, witnesses, a lot of things. And I want to tell you guys, I did get paid 6 months of pay after that. And I did go to court against the hospital, and they appealed it and I won, and they appealed it again and I won. So there's more to this story. But in short, that's how I left my job. You happy about that, Bill? Have a good night, y'all.